Good evening, everybody. It's Global Expansion Team, Shelley Johns from Gympie, Queensland, and I just wanted to welcome you to the call tonight. And yeah, we've got some really fantastic things to cover, so I'm really excited about our speakers tonight and what they're going to share. Just a little bit of background with me, if you don't know who I am. I've basically been in the company now, this is my 27th year, so I started on Herbalife when I was 20 years old. I've just turned 47 and I've lost over 20 kilos. I love the skin range. Yeah, it definitely helps you look good and feel good, as it says here, healthier and happier. And who doesn't want to look younger in their 40s and 50s and 60s and so on? So yeah, the nutrition is really fantastic and delivers results. So tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to have some feedback on some of the events that were attended on the weekend. So I'd love some people that have been to the STSs or kickoffs to share. So I'm just going to bring up Lindley to start with. So Lindley is in Townsville. So if you just want to unmute yourself, Lindley, and come and share what you got out of your event on Saturday.
Okay, hi Shelley, hi everybody. Michelle Sharp was our speaker and was absolutely amazing with real buzz happening. One of the things that Michelle said is she actually funds her Herbalife by servicing other people. So in saying that, yeah, if she needs to pay a bill, she will work out how many products or programs she needs to sell to make that happen. And the other thing was get a better product result. So are you being what Herbalife represents? So always have level 10, be the best person that you can be. But she was amazing. Yeah, lots of great notes that we have got. So yeah.
Fantastic, thank you. And even if you wanted to put something on Challenge Yourself Daily about maybe some of the top tips that you got from her training, that would be lovely if you wanted to do that.
Yep, shall do.
Well, thank you, Lindley. Okay, I know that Les is only just very new to the business. He's only just started in January and he's already been to 2 STSs. So Les, I'm just going to unmute you. And if you wanted to share maybe a couple of things that you got out of the STS in Brisbane on Saturday.
Well, I still haven't come back down to earth yet. I'm still flying high after it.
That's good.
But a couple of the things that caught me attention was some of the recipes that some of the people coming out with that they use for Formula Ones, the shakes.
Yeah.
There were some interesting little thoughts there. One of the main things that got me was emotionally was how moved Andrew Foote was in his last seminar. I actually spoke to him on the side there after he come down to reassure him afterwards because he was still pretty tearful. So I actually got and spoke with him on the side and then got a couple of photos with him. But it was just absolutely mind-blowing the day. There was so much went in. I'm still trying to decipher it, decode it all,
Okay, well, thank you. And I think it's so great that you've only just started the business and you already got to 2 STSs. And I always feel that if someone's really serious about building the business, they're a business builder, then you need to commit to every single event that you possibly can. So thank you for sharing, Les, and I look forward to meeting you in person at the next one.
Okay, yeah. Hope to be at the one there at Southbank next month.
Yes, I will see you there.
Okay, bye.
Bye. I'll just mute you. And I know, Jan McMahon, I'm hoping you're happy to share that you've been to a lot of events, and so why do you keep going to these, and what did you get out of this one that you just went to on Saturday? Oh, can you hear me, Jan? Not coming through, but that's okay. I'll just mute you. That's okay. Having a technical problem. That's fine. No problems at all. So Lynn, did you want to share what you got out of the STS on Saturday? I know you were there. I don't know if I can unmute you.
Yeah, there we go.
Yep. Hello.
Hi. Yeah, I just really with Andrew, just how he's so down to earth and just real about when it doesn't work, and you know, that you've got to do the personal development to stick with it and all of that. I think what he went through there, that was really, really good. Yeah. Yeah, but pretty emotional for me when I see him on stage. So, yeah.
So thank you for sharing, Lynn. And I think you're right about you know, that if we don't do our personal development and we don't grow, then something tough that comes along, you know, basically it'll get us if we don't work on us, on the you factor. So, which is really, really important. So always keep doing your personal development. Okay, so I was obviously at the STS in Brisbane as well on Saturday, and I actually started in the same office as, so I'm just going to mute you, Lydia, just so the echo. So I started in the same office as Andrew, so I actually remember calling the ad out of the newspaper, and I spoke to Merv, and then I called another ad, which was obviously worded slightly different, and Andrew answered, and it's very interesting. I still remember, even, you know, 27 years ago, that when I went through the HO and he realised that I was booked in to see Merv, he edified Merv. He said, fantastic, Merv's really going to look after you. So I always remember that about edification, that you know, we always edify each other, because sometimes you are going to get people that call off your ads and flyers, but they've already spoken to a coach very recently, say within the 2-month period, and make sure you always edify each other, because what goes around comes around, and it'll always come back, and there's more than enough people for us to help. So I thought that was a really great tip that he taught me all those years ago. So let's get started with our call tonight. It's very exciting. So I'm just going to unmute our speakers. And then I'm going to bring up the presentation. So let's make sure I can do this properly. So where's the share screen? Let's go looking. Okay, so we have 2 fantastic ladies. They live in country towns. They're would I say your BFFs? Should I say that?
Absolutely.
BFFs. I said that to someone at Fit Club today. I think they thought I was swearing at them. And I had to explain what that meant. And now, can everyone see that screen, that slide?
Yep.
Cool. So tonight's theme is how to run online challenges. It doesn't have to be a weight loss challenge. It can be any type of challenge to attract new people, attract clients, upgrade people onto other products, get referrals, upgrade people into the business side as well to achieve your goals. Okay, so it gives me great pleasure to welcome Lydia and Marcel. So I'll let you take it over. Just let me know when you need me to change those slides over.
Yep, cool. Thanks, Shelley. Hi, guys. Welcome to tonight's call. So I'm just going to introduce myself, as you know nothing about me. So, look, I was first introduced to Herbalife when I was actually looking for a way to earn some extra money, but main priority was to stay at home with our 2 beautiful girls at the time, being a stay-at-home mum and get a part-time income. So at that particular time, we just moved from Hamilton in Victoria to Queensland, Biloela, and just bought our own transport business. So really out there looking for lots of different things, had looked into a few different things, but they just weren't my jam. But as luck would have it, I did receive a flyer in the letterbox. Shelley, if I can just get you to flick forward a little bit to that flyer, to the blue one. So I received this particular flyer. I rang up. I got stuck. Oh, sorry, you've missed one. Yep, that's it. Thanks, Shelley. So this was a flyer that I got in the mail. It was actually a double-sided flyer, and it had 2 different phone numbers on it. So at that particular time, I didn't realise that they were connected by the same person. I thought one was work from home and I thought one was weight loss. So I actually rang up on the business side of things. So I rang up, I spoke with a lady called Sharon Jansen. She told me a little bit about the products and a lot about the company. At that particular time, the products really interested me more than the other, because I had just had our second child, and I was carrying a little bit of extra weight. Basically, I was tired all the time. The highlight of my day back then was having a nana nap after lunch with the girls, really lacking motivation as well. So talked to Sharon, got started on the products. Absolutely felt amazing in the first 3 to 5 days. I felt the energy shift come in already. I was keeping up with the children. I was smashing through the daily chores. The best part for me was I went on to lose 9 kilos and nearly 40 centimetres of body fat. So feeling fantastic. I then used the products differently in my 3rd pregnancy, just for good extra energy and optimal health. I had the best pregnancy ever.
I actually went on to lose the 8 kilos I had put on during that pregnancy, but the best part for me, to tell my new clients now, is I've kept that off for nearly 7 years. As you can see back on the first slide, I've got you running everywhere here, Shelley.
Sorry.
Back on the first slide,
Let me go
our 3
back.
girls. That's okay. That's all good.
There we go.
Our
Sorry.
3 girls, look, they love their shakes and their supplements. That's all good. And my husband, Rick, like I said, he's a truck driver, and he just loves the extra energy that he gets from the nutritional products, because as you could imagine, some of the places that he calls into, he doesn't get a really good choice for a nutrition. So he's always got shakes on the go. And ever since the H24 range has been launched, I've been a great advocate for that as well. So look, you're probably wondering how I came into the business. So I started helping friends and family first with the products, because they were the guys that were noticing my own personal results. And then I actually saw that I was making money. So the first month in business, I was able to pay for my own personal product, and I made $400 profit. So at that particular time, I was sort of still helping Rick with our mainstream business a couple of days of the week. But at the time, I found that I could still help Rick, I could still help my new clients use the products, and actually work the business around that and the girls' activities. So back in the day, I was sort of work around the children. So a lot of my calls back then were done at night, and it freed up my days. And as time's progressed, Shelley, I've been able to work during the day because the children are off at school, and have my nights free. So it is really a business that you can work around. And look, I basically, I love what I do. I love my own, results ongoingly. And I love having a healthy, happy family as well. But the best part is it's just being able to, bring in that extra income into the family. So I've been up $2,000 to $3,000 a month. And look, that definitely helps with things like private schooling, 3 girls in private schooling, and anybody that's listening in tonight knows the cost of sports these days. It costs an arm and a leg, so my wage goes towards that as well. And I love being able to take the family away annually, on a couple of weeks holiday. My Herbalife check pays for that. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. Shelley, if you just did want to move across to that Western Wanderers, I think that may have been the next slide.
Can I just ask you a question? Can you see that slide?
I can't.
No, I can see
I
you.
can't see anything.
Okay, just wait. I thought so. So hang on. Let me just wait. I just need to give me 2 seconds, everyone, because I think okay, it's not letting me minimize it. Sorry.
It's okay.
It just I think I had 2 of them up. So why won't it let me minimize it? Okay, that's all right. I'll work around it. Excuse me, sorry everyone, I'm just going to get down there for a second. Oh my goodness. Slideshow from the beginning. Actually, it's not letting me screen share. Why is that?
I'm not sure.
So no one can see those slides, is that correct?
No.
No.
Okay.
So can you see them, Shelley?
Yes, but I'm the host. It's okay, let me it just does a little glitch sometimes where it won't, so I'm just going to mute so that we haven't got all the extra feedback. Give me 2 seconds. Right, okay, so let me just see if I can fix this. Sorry everyone. It's the screen share thing that's being a pain. So it's this here and here, share screen, then I should be able to do that.
Yay!
Is that it?
Yep.
Yay, okay.
Yep, I can see that.
Thank
you. So back to the one with Julie Chalmers, so this is me on the left-hand side. This is the Rising Star program back in 2015. Herbalife actually flew me and Rick and myself, I should say, up to Townsville, anywhere I wanted in Australia to do a presentation, and had an all expenses paid, so that's pretty cool. Over here on the right hand side is one of the Western Wanderers games in Sydney. Once again, Herbalife, they flew me down to Sydney, straight out of Billawheeler, I might add, not out of Brisbane. All expenses paid, just to, I think it was that money can't buy experience. And that's just some of the, I guess paying it forward and helping friends and family, and I've just been able to get a few holidays along the way. So Herbalife is pretty cool. So nevertheless, I want to bring in a friend of, I should say, 40 years. That's giving our age away. A good friend of mine, all the way from Gundawindi, who is smashing the products and smashing the business. Marcel, can you share your story, love?
I can. Thanks, Lyd. Thanks, Shelley. So if you just want to, there we go. So for those of you, most of you don't know me, so I'm Marcel. I'm from Gundawindi in Queensland. So hubby Nev and I first found Herbalife about 3 years ago. Watching Lyd for the previous 5 years getting awesome results on her program, I just pretty much called her and said, can you hook Nev up to whatever the hell you're taking? Because you're looking amazing, which she did. Nev lost 4 kgs in the first couple of weeks. Lyd hooked him up to the Ultimate program. And I thought, well, if Nev can do it, I'll have a go at it. So, yeah, I jumped on it with him. The energy shift I felt within the first 7 days was amazing. Within a first month, I'd actually lost 4 kg. Didn't even think I needed to lose weight, but just having these shakes and these supplements just felt really good. And it was just pretty much, yeah, I was losing it. Anyway, so we've actually maintained it now for close to 2 years. We had a combined weight loss of over 30 kgs. So then just by paying it forward to friends and family, Herbalife started paying me a very part-time income. So I thought this was pretty awesome. So I rang Lyd and said, well, you know, what can I do to earn a little bit more money so I can cut my hours back at the pharmacy? So she said, yeah, no problem. So she plugged me into the system. She actually travelled to Gundawindi, a 6-hour trip, and we had another social event on at the time. So she held a shake party for me. So I had 4 clients at the shake party. So I made $350 cash just there. I thought that was awesome. Now earn about $3,000 a month through Herbalife. I think my best month was about $4,500. So I've been able to cut my hours back at the pharmacy. I still do 1 day there because I'm a bit of a social butterfly. I do like my interaction with the clients and customers. So yeah, just do my 1 day at the pharmacy, work from home, and just I'm originally from both Lyd and I, way out west, a town called Cunnamulla, population of about 900 people. But I had all my family out there. So we've only been in Gundawindi about 6 years. So I've moved to a town there where I've got no family support. So to be able to work from home, if my kids are sick, I don't have to worry about ringing work and calling in sick. So just to be home with the girls and to be able to go to their sporting events and school events is awesome. But what's even better is Herbalife flew myself and my mum and sister to Bali last year. So I qualified for the vacation. Unfortunately, Nev couldn't come because Herbalife had actually flown myself and Nev to Sydney a couple of months prior, so he couldn't take any more time off work. Bad luck. So anyway, yeah, we didn't even have passports, so myself and my mum and sister all had to get in and get passports. So yeah, we're flying to Bali, 5-star resort. The experience was amazing. Just the events they had there. We'd come home to the hotel and there'd be like gifts on the bed, water bottles and speakers and bags, and just what other company does that? Like I was just blown away. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for letting me share, and we'll go on to the next one when we Lyd.
Yeah, cool. Yep, that is awesome, Sas. Okay, so tonight we've been brought in to talk about weight loss challenges, basically, and why we find they work in our business. Well, first of all, you know, why do we do them? They're fun, you know, they're magical, they're easy to do, and they're really easy to duplicate into our business, and that's what we found in these country areas. So who are the people we're trying to attract into these weight loss challenges? So we always sort of work with three lines of people. So the first line of people, we're actually out there looking for newbies. So people that know very little or know nothing about Herbalife. That's our first line that we're trying to attract, and that would be brilliant if we get a whole challenge going with newbies. However, that's not how it always runs, of course. Our second line of people we're chasing down are present clients, you know, people that may be just dilly-daddling around on the products, haven't got back on board since Christmas, and they may only have 3 or 5 kilos to lose. So we're actually out there making phone calls and saying, hey, Jennifer, look, you know, what's happened, blah, blah, blah. Look, I've got a challenge running. Are you in or not? You know, are you serious about getting to that goal weight? So that's our second line of people. And our third line of people, we never ever give up on anybody. So it gives us the opportunity to ring clients from even far back as last year. So something may have just gone wrong, a breakdown somewhere, or somebody's mum may have got sick and they've just lost their way. So we give them the opportunity of a phone call and say, hey, look, I was just thinking of you the other day. I've got this challenge coming up. I thought that this would be great for you to come back into, be re-inspired and motivate, and work with a great bunch of people that have already got, signed up for this challenge. Are you in or not? And then just zip it. Let them make the decision, because at the end of the day, you want to get good, serious results out of these challenges, because this is what's going to grow your business. So don't bother trying to con anybody to get into that challenge. Let them make that decision themselves. So what's our first point of contact about making that decision? When's the best timing to make that that first week in the challenge? So Marcel and I usually touch base if we've got a challenge, Gunby girls against the Billow girls. We sort of usually sit down together and nut out a date and a time and a finishing time when it's going to work for us as well. So this has to work personally with us. No good me starting a challenge and Marcel goes up to Cape York Peninsula for 2 weeks holidays. That's not going to work for us. It's not going to work around our family. So we need to be 100% in for this. So we work out our dates. Personally, Marcel and I both like to work between school terms. This gives us the opportunity to, get great results in a 10-week, term, school terms, because we've always tried to learn from our previous mistakes, obviously. So when we've had challenges running, like if I was to start a challenge, say this Wednesday for 4 weeks, it's going to run into Easter, it's going to run into school holidays. And we've just found in the past, people spontaneously take holidays, they don't take their scales, they're upset because they've done 4 weeks solidly on the products, and then the last week they've let themselves down because they can't weigh out with us. We run into lots of issues, so we really sit down and we nut out a good time to start a challenge and what's going to work around events. So looking at this flyer here, this is something that we would advertise, and this is something that I would advertise and put out on Facebook. But once again, I'm more of a person who would make the phone call and tell them particularly what's going on. I'm going to hand this over to Marcel for a little bit here, because this is her sort of thing that she does on Facebook. So Sas, if you can just add on to here what I have been talking about.
Yeah, Liz. So I'm big on Facebook with my advertising. I just do a bit of a pic collage up, just to grab a few photos from Facebook. Once Liv and I have agreed on the date, I start posting on my personal page. I actually just send Facebook messages with a collage to all my clients. The last challenge, the one I'm doing at the moment, if you refer 2 friends, your nomination is free. So people are interested in that. I said, well, I'm happy for you to share my advertising on your page, which they do. So they'll post on their page, so therefore all their friends can see what they're doing. They're just pretty much, who wants to join me with this awesome challenge? So that they can buddy up with people, and that's how I get some new clients through. So mostly Facebook, just Facebook Messenger, and posting on my page plus my clients' pages.
Yep, and so we do actually put these on our local sell, swap and buy, Shelley, so we're able to do that in our community as well, and both of us have, a Gundy page and a Billawheeler Herbalife page, so we advertise through there. I guess the benefit about this visual thing, people can visually see it without having to read it, and then they make that next hit and they say, look, tell me more about it. And nothing ever fails, we don't believe, because sometimes yes, we've had great numbers in the challenge, but there might be only 3 people new in the entire challenge out of 20 people. However, because they've seen this advertisement locally, people have come out and saw us personally or rung us up and wanted more details. They may not have got into the challenge, but they've come to us and got on the products and got started and say, look, I don't think that's really where I'm at the moment. If I can work with you, I'm happy to get on the products and do what I want to do. So at the end of the day, we're doing the challenges to boost our business and get volume coming through and new people. So it doesn't matter necessarily if they're in the challenge. So I think the challenges we've done in the past, we've done them quite serious, haven't we, Marcel? And we've done them quite airy-fairy, depending on the group that we have in there. Always serious about what goes in there, but with our advertisement, then we get a phone call, hey, mate, yep, I think it's for you, and then the seriousness about it. And, some people just don't respond to, yes, you've got to do this and you've got to do that. They just make the decision too easily and go, no, I'm out. So once we've got them in there, we lock them in for 4 weeks, so whether you like it or not. So once we've set that date, we've set out, say we've got 15, 20 people ready to get going. Marcel and I'm just plugging my system in here. Sorry, Shelley. I'm actually going to hit that thing on the wall in case I do cut out. Sorry, guys. I just heard it go off. So once we've got a date in mind, Marcel and I sometimes will set it up 3-5 days out from the challenge date. We'll get a pinned post in there. So what we mean by pinned post, so when we're adding Shelley there and Jennifer and people, you know, as they pay and make that commitment, because that $15 has to be handed over before you get to be added onto the page. That's the seriousness about it. Run the money out or transfer the money if you don't live locally, then we'll add you to the page. So in the past, we've presented with $700 worth of prize money, and we've had to put money in there out of our own pockets for people that we've had on the page and not paid us in the first week and then pulled out. So we learnt early there. So we set up with that pinned post, and in that pinned post, it might have something, you know, obviously it's encouraging and it's well, we hope it's motivating for them, why you've taken the next step, and we're so pleased that you did, and we're looking forward to working with you guys, you know, possibly get out that black dress, you know, really sort of setting them up in the very first day so that when they wake up on a Wednesday weigh-in day, we've already hit them with what, you know, personally from Marcel and I, and little activities for, you know, what we expect for them, like a bit of housekeeping as well, expect from them and what they expect from us. So that's the setup on that particular thing. And I just wanted to talk about the setup, Shelley. If people are wondering about the newbies that come into these challenges, you know, how do we treat them? Are they the same as the old people in there? You know, somebody that's been on the products for 6 months or whatever, or 6 weeks. So we still do. We actually would, you know, still put them on a trial pack, hopefully on a Monday, work with them text in on a Tuesday, get them back out to their home on a Wednesday, and get them onto a full program, and that's their first day into the challenge. So their day 3 is the first day in the challenge, or their day 1 is the first day on the products. Apart from them being in the challenge, we really do have to give them the 110% and still set them up properly. So a day 1, a day 3 and a day 7, and then roll them into our Way Day Wednesdays that go on throughout the challenge. So Sas, I'm just going to leave that to you if you want to add anything in there.
I don't think so. Shelley, can you just go to the next slide, please?
Can I just ask one question?
Yes.
Lydia, so you're saying, so you're talking about adding them to a group with, it's not a page, it's actually a group?
It's a closed group, Shelley, just for online people. So there might be only 16 people, and only those 16 people can find that group.
Okay, beautiful. So that's great. So remember, it's a closed group, so people have to ask permission to join it anyway. They're not just going to jump on, so that's always really great.
No, that's a rapport and a privacy thing, and that's where our trust lies. And we do ask no photos to be taken off that. You know, because in Marcel's challenge, I'm sure she'll share later, she's actually taken it up another notch and asked for a little bit more credibility off her guys and actually posting weights and that sort of thing. And sometimes we've asked for before shots, or I've conned up a little client and said, can you whack your before shot up? You know, and hopefully a few people will follow for that extra accountability. And we do it too as coaches. So yeah, we do ask the photos don't get removed.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Go to the next slide.
I was just going to go back a little bit there on that. No, don't go back on the page, but just sort of say about that pin post as well, Shelley. So we try and set people up and get them ready to go into the challenge. So if we have set it up the day before, we sort of ask things like get your grocery shop, get your snack on hand, those sort of things, and we've got handy hints up there, and that's pinned there so people can go back and find that at any time. Yep, I think, sorry, Shelley, I've covered the school terms and the up and coming events that we can work around our business. Yep, and pin post, sorry, yep. So we set that up the night before, and the pin post so the newbies can go back to it, yep.
All right, you're so efficient, look at you go.
Oh, yeah. Yes, so this is where we were talking about before, so I might hand this back over to you, Sas.
Yeah, so the conditions of our challenge, so normally Lyd, we do a $15 nomination fee, and as Lyd said, that nomination fee has to be paid the night before or leading up to the challenge, as they won't be added to the group. They must be on the Herbalife core products as your F1 and your multi to enter the challenge. And we actually do our prize money based on body fat percentage, as that gives an even playing field. So it doesn't matter how heavy you are, you still, you could be 50 kgs but could still win the challenge. Compulsory before and after pics. Now the challenge I'm running at the moment, I only accepted 25 people in this challenge because this one is one where they have to post their before and after photos on the page. Lyd and I normally do challenges where they're actually just sent to your coach. I've just found with doing this, they're actually not only accountable to me, they're accountable to everyone in the group. And I'm finding that they're actually getting better results by everyone in the group knowing, what their loss is every week. So before and afters, we send them a weight chart, so they actually put their centimetres and their kg on there, and they actually just take a photo and just do a bit of a pic collage and post that on the page day one. You have to take a photo of your feet on the scales, and as I said, submit your weight chart and your collage. We usually do weigh-in Wednesday, so every Wednesday that has to be done. You don't have to have the before pic every week, as long as that's day one and the end of the challenge. The rest of the challenge, it's just your scale reading and your centimetre loss. And finally, we encourage everyone to share on the page. We're finding if they interact more, we know they're learning, and that's probably the most important thing, is to get them to interact on the page. Anything you want to add there, Liv?
I was just going to say before, like you were saying, with that accountability, you find out other people who are going to motivate other people, so they end up doing our job for us, and you've got another 20 odd people there that are encouraging other people, so that's the camaraderie that you're hoping to build. And yeah, I think you covered it before, with the cash pill. So all $15 is put back into prize money completely. And we advertise that, and like Sar said, it is so important. In the past, I've only ever got there before pick, and I do ask them, is it okay to use this at the end? Because once again, the challenge might only run for 30 days, but we can use that for another 30 days. So 15 days prior, advertising for the challenge, and 15 days after, with their after pick. So it's so vital that we can get that before pick. I have had a lady that came second in my last challenge, really didn't want me to share it on Facebook. I said, look, no problem. Can I share it on the page? Because it's vital that the other 24 people in the challenge, or however many people, get to see the first winner or the second prize winner. So we think, that's part of the paper that they sign and say, yes, I'm happy to do it on the page, but it's up to them if we can share it outside. Most people are happy to share it outside, because we're not sharing like that before in the bra and nipper one. We sort of suggest that they just get into tights and something that we can see their silhouette in. So yeah, no, that's all good. So if you just wanted to, turn the page, Shelley, and we'll see what's on this one.
Probably one more thing we probably need to cover there, I think we forgot to, is the preparation. So we're going to cover topics now. But when we're setting up our closed group, we normally do that the night before, and we do a bit of probably even add to that pin post that, preparation, have your meals prepped. And as Lyd and I always say, no starting a challenge and your fridge is full of crap food, unhealthy food. So, you're better off doing your shop leading up to the challenge. And, we do, encourage people to get all their healthy snacks and their, milks and stuff like that for their shakes. So, next slide. Thanks, Shelley. I think we're covering topics.
And can I just ask, so have you got like a resources PDF with the charts and stuff that you could upload onto Challenges Australia for some of your challenge, like your results?
Do you mean the weight chart there, Shelley?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Yeah. Yep, I can share that to the page.
Thank you. And then the second question was, when you finish your challenge, do you just close that group down and start a new group? Like, what do you normally do?
Yeah.
Close it down.
Yeah. Close it down. Yeah, you've got to take everybody else out and then take yourself out and close it. Yep. And just another thing there, Shelley, to let you know where our basis of our information comes from is the Herbalife site, where we used to go into, I think it was our Elgin site, wasn't it, SAS? But that originally came
another good one is it's www.goodnutrition.com. It's a really good one that we can get pictures from, and the Herbalife Facebook page is great for getting ideas and that as well.
So you're talking about the Herbalife WLC.com.au and Discover Good Nutrition, or Good Nutrition?
So there's actually the website, discovergoodnutrition.com.
Yeah.
And then also on the Herbalife page, there's your weight loss challenge page, but also the Herbalife Facebook page as well.
Beautiful. So lots of resources you can use. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. Okay, so I might do this one, Sas,
Yeah, Lyd, go away.
Okay, cool. So we've spoken before, like, just say we're at day one, it's a Wednesday, and we're covering 2 topics for the week. So we usually try and chat, have it from a Wednesday right up until Saturday. Saturday being the weekend, we're always sort of talking about the importance of the things that we missed during the week, which is usually water and snacks on the go. So we try and get these staggered as in how starting point. So the first one might be the shake. I think that's the next slide, but the main star of the program is the shake and the multivitamin. So we sort of try and get that in the first week, plus something like up on the screen here, snacks. So we're trying pictures, and when we do this, we actually, we would lead it, or one of our coaches would lead it and say, look, put up your snack from this morning, and we will ask people to put their in the comments column, put the pictures of their snack, because what we found, over time is people would go through 23 pictures of a snack, and anybody that worked at the end of the day would have to try and get to some other information that they'd heard about, or text me about, and I said, yeah, that's on the page, go get on there and have a look. I had to go through 20 pictures to get through to what I was talking about. So we get them to put it in the column, well, not the column, but the comments. So things like this would go out. So just little pictures of what you're snacking on. Coming up to the weekend, we're actually putting up pictures of transportable snacks and that sort of thing. If you're out with the kids, don't forget your water bottle. These are the things that let us down on weekends, and our transportable snacks. No use trying to take something refrigerated. So taking tins of tuna and a knife and fork or whatever. So we're trying to cover two particular topics during each week of the challenge, before challenge. If I can just get you to flick over there. Thanks, Shelley. Yeah, so upgrading to new products. So another thing we like to do during the challenge is upgrades. We're trying to get people on, they may have just started on the 2 products that we spoke about, which was the F1 and the multi. So we're talking about protein bars and aloe and getting the topics rolling, and people, like on today's SARS, on our Live Healthy challenge, when I put up about the aloe, someone's like, what's the aloe, blah, 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 blah. So a talking point, and getting, even if it's between Marcella and then other people come in. So once again, a group conversation happening. We like to do live feeds occasionally, like I'll just pop in there and, I'm out and about having my snack and this is what I'm having, share, and we try and get people to do live feeds back, but they don't like that. But what I've found in the past works as well is, 5 minutes Monday. So I come in with some really corny stuff on a Monday. I know in the last challenge I spoke about the importance of multivitamin, and it was just like a 3-minute spiel, what we talk about, the cellular nutrition and when we're meal replacing, blah, blah, blah. I upgraded people in the challenge that I knew had dropped their multivitamin and didn't see the importance of it. So 5 people got back on the multivitamin. So we're hoping to upgrade throughout the challenge as well and expose them to a bigger picture, what they have not seen already, apart from the products. And it's not just coming for us, it's coming from sometimes 5 coaches on there. So it's different when you hear it from somebody else as well. And Sas, did you want to cover like the weekly prizes, what the weekly prizes are, and how we sort of come together?
Yeah, so maybe go to the next slide. Thanks, Shelley. I don't know if we've got that one up there. That's just another, we ran that one on Tuesday. So that's just another upgrade, for your Herbal Bev. So weekly prizes. So we run every week. So it doesn't have to be the biggest weight loss, but biggest centimetre loss. We'll do either a Herbalife water bottle, something like that, or your little tablet containers. So how we run that is, say if it's one of Lid's clients that won that week, well, she'll actually give the prize, and the same with mine as well, or any of my coaches. So it's whoever is actually in your downline is, you'll supply the gift to. So if we just go to the next one, thanks, Shelley. Okay, so shakes, I find this really important. I'm doing a challenge at the moment. I was telling Lid today, I didn't realise, but this lady was actually, she put her photo up, but she was using cow's milk in there. And previous I told her not to, but obviously she'd forgotten. And it's things like this. If they're posting their pictures, you can actually see what they're adding to their shakes. And if I find that they're adding a full banana or, too many calories, and also just giving them different ideas and different things to add to their shakes every day.
Cool.
Yep.
Or you might be able to see the bag of, chocolates in the background.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and to the next slide, thanks, Shelley. Oh yeah, so this is the challenge I'm running at the moment. I'm pretty excited. This is Nathan. So that he actually competed in his very first park run on Saturday. So he's run a new one to the challenge. So for him to post that photo, I was really, really proud of him to do that, because he's not one to post things on social media, and like he would have got about 15 comments from everyone, in our group, encouraging him. So we do like them to actually post their 20% exercise as well, because I find if that's the topic for the day, well, they will go out and try and, do something just so they can post that picture on the day.
It's motivating though, isn't it? You know, I see somebody and go, oh my God, just get back indoors. That's not, it's a Sunday, don't even do that, you know, and then all of a sudden, you know, I've changed, I'm out bike riding with the kids and think, bugger that. But it's just about motivating each other and using each other for that motivation.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Next one, thanks, Shelley. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is my challenge at the moment. So we're going into week 2 this week, but week 1 results were awesome. So Leanne actually lost 2 kg in the first week. So I'm actually using that as a bit of advertising during the challenge as well, because I asked her if it's okay if I post on her page how well she's doing in the challenge. She was okay with that. So we post the collage on their page and also on my page as well, just so people can see, you know, week 1, wow, look at all those amazing results. And that's just another little collage there of some weekend tips to keep them motivated over the weekend as well. Anything you wanted to add, Liv?
No, that's all good, Sas. And as I said at the start, you know, it's not about just the 4 weeks of running this weight loss challenge. You've really got to take advantage of advertising the 2 weeks prior or however long you decide to do that, and using this throughout the challenge for people just to be scratching their heads going, oh my God, another challenge. Oh, you know, they've lost 16 kilos, you know, we'll put up on our own Facebook wall, because there's no names mentioned. You know, my amazing group lost 16.9 kilos this week. How fabulous is that? You know, so people know how we're going through these challenges as well. And once again, being able to advertise for a couple of weeks, because we do drag it out. If we couldn't catch up with the winner on the first week, you know, Shelley will hold back that photo for another week, you know, so they're actually seeing, oh my God, that's the winner, you know, eventually we got to see the winner. And then we're advertising again naturally to go straight into another challenge. So, you know, it's just all healthy stuff on Facebook. So yeah, taking advantage of every opportunity. Yep, I'll just get you to, so, you know, this is the sort of stuff, like I said, oh my God, Peach, you know, the day has come and the results are in. So everybody, you know, in my centre of influence, you know, even though they know what I do, but it's just like, oh, she's still doing that. These products must really work. So I've got that on my own screenshot, on my own page. So therefore people are saying, hey, you know, who ended up winning that challenge? And I go, oh yeah, I'll get a picture for it in the next couple of days. So this is the importance of day 1 to day 30. And over here on the right, these are both my girls. They're Billow Girls Varcel.
Hey, Gummy Girl won that challenge, remember?
I didn't even have to say 2nd and 3rd up here, but yeah, so these are 2 of mine. So it's always really good to be able to share the 1st and 2nd and 3rd or 4th or what have you, because that means we get to really get our photo in there with these guys and advertise once again personally. And once again, like Sas said, we say, look, can we just you know, tag you in this? So straight away that goes to their wall and people can go, you know, what is that you're using? How many kilos did you lose? And hopefully we get a referral. So yeah, I'll just get you to move across, Shelley. Yep, that's covered again. Once again, you know, what we've sort of just reiterated, and that's mine on the right, you know, what I put up after my challenge, so people can actually see who won, the body fat percentage, blah, blah. And I'll just, it's like a, if I get you to go again, Shelley, it's like a surprise.
I think that's it, Liv. That's
yes.
it.
Yeah, so that's okay. So what I was just going to put in there, Sas, you know, we are doing these challenges to obviously get good volume coming through our, you know, our personal volume as well. In those particular challenges as well, Shelley, we're looking for people that are going to stand out, that are in our organisation, that are taking leadership as well. So if we've got this one particular girl that's on that page every day, posting pictures, you know, boosting people along, like, and these guys don't even know each other. Like I've had clients come to the house and go, oh yeah, Sas, she's so cool. And I go, oh, you know Sas? And they go, no, just from the pages. So that sort of rapport built up there is awesome. But you know, we're looking for leadership in these as well. So it might be somebody that we can actually say, God, mate, you know, we've given, you know, even our clients responsibilities on the weekend. I said, look, I'm away on Saturday with netball. I know Liv's busy too. If you able to post something Saturday and Sunday for us, no problem. So, I mean, we're looking and delving into our own organisation, you know, who we might be able to not coach, but actually say, well, look, you're really good at this. Thanks for that, you know, and boost them along. What you said at the very start of this call, I can't even think of the word, but boosting other people along. So yeah, we're sort of looking for coaches in amongst our challenges as well. So we just find that this really works and it's something that's duplicatable. And obviously, Sas came to mind to begin with, and she's mastered it, you know, better than me, and done it with her team, and we've had, you know, up to 6 coaches on one particular challenge at different times, when we're all time poor. So we thought, well, let's make this work. Another thing, Sas, I know we've forgotten there, is we were doing live, we were taking ourselves like on a live Zoom call, and we were having really good people that were getting great results from the last challenge. And we were actually interviewing them and saying, Shelley, why do you think you were so successful? And getting them to share with our newbies. So it was like a 10-minute recording, and people could click on that in their own time and go, oh my God, that's Prue. That's the one in Gundy that lost, 26 kilos. And interviewing them, and once again with really solid topics. How did you get through the barbecues on the weekend? How did you get through Christmas? So yeah, we hope that, we've shared enough that, you can implement these into your business, but it is something that's very duplicatable and a lot of fun. It's got to be fun.
Definitely. Thank you very much. I can see you have a lot of fun. I like the friendly competition. That's really cool.
I was going to say, and I'm obviously Sass, for those of you that don't know, that is my nickname.
I keep forgetting. Marcel is Sass.
And also, I think another thing I want to add there as well, like at the end of our challenge, we actually either do a little Herbie happy hour or something. For locals who are doing this challenge, you will have an hour on a Friday afternoon or something where they can come over, and we'll have a few drinks and, present their prize money and things like that, just to make it fun.
Yeah. Just that family network again. We've had barbecues down at the park and invited all the people in. We don't necessarily tell everybody else that's in the challenge that it's just for them. We just say, look, we're having a barbie. We're going to give out the prize money. Come down the park 5 o'clock. If you can't make it, we'll come to you with the money at a later date or today or whatever. But at the time, Shelley, we're inviting people that are hanging around us, in the Herbalife family here, new people like, oh, we've got these awesome people coming out of this challenge. You need to come down and talk to these guys. And they just pop in and flutter around, but they've met somebody that's off the page, and everybody feels like they know each other. So yeah, just keeping everybody together, I think, and it saves us a lot of work. Everyone's telling their story and what they do, and oh my God, how did you get through that? And we don't having to present these stories, so people can actually tell them. So just keeping everybody around the flagpole.
Excellent. And so you can obviously do this online. Yes, you could do a live one too, but the online component attracts people that don't live in the area as well. So that's where your referrals come in. So yeah. I would say that you are able to get new clients, you're able to upgrade your clients, you're able to get referrals, plus you're able to get team members, which has helped you get to Active World Team, Lydia, yep. And for you, Marcel, to qualified for the Bali vacation last year. So they obviously work because it's helping you to build a really solid business. Would you say that?
Definitely.
Yeah. And we actually run them back to back, Shelley. So we only usually have a week or two break. If it's like, especially it's school term, we'll run back to back. Yeah. Probably a week.
So they'll weigh out on Wednesday and then weigh in on a Thursday because of those dates. But once again, they've got to be worked out in advance. So we're like, are you keen for the next challenge? And people go, yeah, give me a week. We go, no, it's weighing on Wednesday, on the Friday, this Friday. And we've had to make it on a Friday so we can weigh out on a Friday, for example, with this Easter happening on a Friday, people don't want to weigh out on a Friday. Of Easter Friday, everyone's heading away, so we've got to bring it back a day, so they weigh out of one challenge on a Wednesday and start on a Thursday, so it might be a 29-day challenge.
Right.
People don't pay attention to that. They're just interested to be part of a community that's all aiming for the same thing.
Absolutely.
And that's where the freeness comes into it, I think, and we take ourselves too seriously and make it that we're the best of the best doing it, because we're not learning off other people and each other and our clients to what we should put into the next challenge and what worked. So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I think doing something you enjoy, it doesn't seem like work, and this is probably why you're getting such great results. So what we're going to do, this is recorded, so we're going to put the recording on Challenge Yourself Daily. So if you've got any questions that you want to ask Marcel or Lydia about this, put it in the comment section of the recording so that you can get some questions and answers going, because most people have the same questions. So we want to use Challenge Yourself Daily as that practical group for everyone to learn and grow together. So we're just going to finish off. Thank you, Lydia and Marcel. Really just loved you sharing. You're awesome. So, and I'm sure we'll look forward to seeing some of the resources. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mute you guys. So
yep.
Thank you. And then I'm just going to unmute Jennifer. And Jennifer, I'm just going to bring up the slide for the Success Summit just to finish off, see if I can find it. See if it'll let me screen share. I'm not 100% sure I can do this. Let me just, actually I think I have to, I know I did that. You just can't all see that, can you yet?
No.
No. Let me just find the share screen. What am I doing? Why can't I see that? I think it's here. Sorry. Okay, so slideshow, give me 2 seconds.
There it is there.
Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay, so I won't do the full slide, but that's okay. So I just want to talk about the Success Summits coming up. This is, we're really just going to focus on this as the next event for you all to focus on. So it's on the 21st of April, all around Australia, all the venues that have been announced. So you can go to myherbalife.com.au, you can order your tickets, you can, and it's open to all members. Yes, there's a special training for all brand new supervisors, plus there's lots of other things you can qualify for, but I want you to really think about this as open to all members. You need to get to this event. It's going to springboard you to finish off the first quarter strong and then into the second quarter. So this is what I really want you to focus on. So Jennifer, I just wanted to see if you wanted to add some of your thoughts on this particular event.
Yeah, and I want to say to Lydia and Marcel, that was absolutely fantastic. I think it's one of the best trainings we've had on here. I think everyone's going to get a lot out of that. And I have to say, I've actually never done a weight loss challenge because they didn't have them back at our day, and we did our business in a different way. So, it's completely new to me, having, never actually done one. But what I love is hearing all the comradeship and the fun you're having, because that's what it used to be like for us. We loved being at every meeting all the time. So once again, getting to the Success Summit, that's, it's always got to be, the next thing, or whether it's your STS, but the Success Summit means every time you've got new people there, they're going to, be, part of your team for the future. You want to build your business. You're doing amazingly, all you guys out there, but specifically hearing the guys from Bill Wheeler and Gundawindi, you've got great stuff going on. So if you can, convert any of your people out there and you get them, to a success training, even when we go to the, as to the local, STS or a kickoff, I'm always thinking, wow, I wish, Joe or Bill or Mary were there, and that, that's when your people go and they see it, they've never seen anything like that. They've never, maybe coming from a country town, they've never seen, Herbalife in action. So make it like a holiday, say let's, we're off to the local event, we're going to have a great weekend, we're going to have some fun along the way, but, encourage you people to be there, because that's how you build your teams. And, there's always the best speakers, there's always something new, there's always something that, you learn each time. I have to admit I'm having, a great time, going to all the local meetings. I'm as enthusiastic as I was back in the early days. So, don't miss anything, and don't think, your people won't get it. It's up to you to sell it and promote it, and then see your business growing and growing along the way. But, I'm just so impressed with hearing tonight's meeting. I'm going to listen to it again and keep passing it on to the people, because that's what it's about. The more you promote your own things, the more you promote what you hear on here, your businesses are going to grow. So don't miss anything, and just think about what you've got now when you've gone to trips to Bali with your family and stuff. What more can Herbalife offer you? So the more people you get there, the bigger your team is, the more you've got going on in your district, then it's going to spread out to other surrounding areas and cross countries, and those people got relatives somewhere else. So, just keep doing what you're doing, because there's a lot of people on this call, I think, are going to be asking you a lot of questions, and really enthusiastic about this call tonight. So, and thank you, Shelley, for everything you do on these calls, because it's bringing a lot of people together and they're really enjoying it.
Oh, no, you're most welcome. Thank you, everyone, for being part of it. It takes all of us to make this work. So remember, Success Summit, 21st of April. In Brisbane, we've got President's Team member Joanna Guinea, but there's guest speakers all over Australia. So go to myherbalife.com.au. You can order your tickets there. Remember, it's open to all members. So start promoting it to everyone. Start promoting it even to your new VIP or clients that have upgraded with a member pack, because they've got I don't know if they can use their ticket, but you can help them go along to that, they're going to get a lot of value out of it as well. So just let them know. It's really our job to let people know, and then they can decide and make a decision. Don't decide for them. So thank you, Marcel and Lydia and Jennifer, for contributing tonight. So
just one other thing. I just, because we're going to the bonus awards next week, we often don't think about promoting that simply if people aren't going. But this is something that everybody can promote in their areas. I mean, it's almost like saying to people, it's the direct sales like Oscars. It's the most amazing event. So when you start seeing Facebook pictures, or even, the things that you've seen last year, just tell all the people in your district what Herbalife does. That they give away 1%, of their annual turnover, $7 billion, and they're giving 1% back to, close to up to 300, about 260 or so distributorships. I mean, that is amazing profit sharing. And also the fact that, Herbalife has now devised, retirement plan, etc. There's so much Herbalife offers that you can share with people and keep using that for your business. So don't miss out on telling them anything about the glitz and glamour of Herbalife, because there's the people who love Herbalife for the party and the people who love Herbalife for the money, and just appeal to the people in your area that will love to hear about all this stuff, and show them all the movie star dresses when they start coming on the computer for everyone to see. I got mine today, red one.
You look amazing in red, Jennifer. And you know what? Jennifer's right. Don't be afraid to show the big picture. You don't know who you're talking to, who they are. Don't prejudge. Go for the big picture. You can do the part-time thing and the smaller stories as well, but don't be afraid to talk the big picture. Helen said, thank you very much. Steve also said thank you as well on the messaging, just so you know. So the recording will go out, and make sure any questions that you might have for Lydia and Marcel, you can put in the comment section. So I'm just going to finish recording now, and then everyone can unmute themselves to say goodbye. So I'm just going to stop.